Alright, so in today's video I'm going to show you how easy it is to actually build your own free add-on AI tools like an FAQ generator, landing page roaster, and even cost of moving calculator. Whatever tool it is you want to build for your product or service to actually increase its overall perceived value, right? And the tool that you're going to be using is, in this case, is called Wrapifai, and I'll leave a link in the description down below for you to actually give it a try. Now with that into account, let's dive into it. Now as you can see, these are some of the tools that I've already built for myself, one including a cost of moving calculator, which is an ideal tool for most moving businesses, and a protein intake, which is ideal for fitness coaches, and several other tools that you are probably gonna build for your own product or service, right? So in this case, I'm gonna click on create an app, and I'm generally just gonna start this video by basically building out a simple FAQ generator, nothing too complex, right? And the thing that I generally just want to highlight is the fact that you don't really need to have any form of prompt engineering skills, because all you have to do to basically build these AI tools is describe to Wrapifai what it is you're looking to build, and it will build it for you. Now here's what I mean by that. In this case, I actually wrote, I want you to build me a simple FAQ generator where the users just paste in the website URL link and describe to Wrapifai what it is they're looking to build, and it actually does it for us. Now as you can see on the idea tab, this section basically allows you to generate yourself two ideas by literally just pasting in your website URL link, and the AI model is going to suggest a few additional tools. Now this tool is currently still in beta phase, so it's not really available for all users, myself included, sadly. And as you can see, you can also attach a screenshot of whatever inspiration tool it is you want to build it off for. In this case, I'm generally just gonna build it from this single prompt, and there we have it. Now this is basically how the AI model is going to suggest us some additional features recommendation, because it now understands what it is that you're actually looking to generate, right? In this case, I'm going to go with a tone adjustments for different customer demographic, maybe not. I'm going to go with that, then I'm going to approve it. And what Wrapifai is currently doing for us is that it's actually building the layout of the web app in real time, and there we have it, right? So to basically give you an understanding of what is what over here, this section is somewhat irrelevant to you as a user, but to basically give you an understanding of what it is, it's basically the thoughts of the AI model that it takes into consideration when it's actually building you out this entire product, or shall I say AI tool, right? And over here, it's basically like the interface of what customers or users are going to be greeted with when they actually interact with your product, right? And over here, it's finally like the results tab of after they actually go through the process of pasting in the website URL link. This is the information that they're going to be gifted with at the end, and you're going to see what I mean by that in a moment's time. Now as for customization, you can literally change the different color tones by clicking on that, and that is what you have. Now in my opinion, it's kind of irrelevant to use this because I generally just don't, but depending on how you actually embed it on your website, then the color correction is going to be highly important for you, right? And to basically, let's say you want to remove a certain element that Wrapifai added for you, just hover above this section of it or here, and then click on these three dots over here, and you're gonna be given the option to delete it or anything like that. Now let's say you want to add an additional element, just click on that tab and you can either add it like that. Now personally, I don't like manually adding elements. I generally just prefer going straight to the AI model and describing to it what element it is that I'm looking to actually add, right? And in this case, I want to add something along the lines of, right, let's say I want that, and submit. So in a moment's time, you're gonna see a huge change. It's gonna add the ability for the user to basically change the number of questions it is that they want to basically generate within the FAQ section, right? As you can see, tone of FAQ, and here we have it, number of questions. Now that we actually nailed that section of it all, is it still generating? We're gonna generally just go to the next step, which in this case is to basically A/B test the tool for ourselves, right? For as an example, As an example brand, I'll be using Sweet Green. And for those who don't know what Sweet Green is, it's basically like Chick-fil-A but better, right? And so basically specify on the area of food it is that I'm looking to generate an FAQ section of. I'm gonna highlight or copy that food name. In this case is Miss Grilled Salmon, right? So let me just head over back to Wrapify, and I'm generally just gonna paste the product name over there. Tonality, I'm gonna go with friendly. Then I'm gonna go with 10 questions and generate. Over here, as you can see, it's basically trying to understand the query it is we actually gave it as the user. And as you can see, it's basically doing everything in the back end, like analyzing the prompt, scanning the website, extract relevant information in terms of that specific product page and information. And as you can see, there we have it. What is the mission glazed salmon offered by Sweet Green, right? And as you can see, this is basically a description of what their meal is actually all about, and some additional information like, is the mission glazed salmon gluten-free? Yes. What ingredients are included within the salmon dish? Can I customize the dish for myself? Absolutely. Sweet Greens allows you to customize the bowl by adding or removing ingredients. And as you can see, it basically addresses any questions customers might actually have about the specific meal, right? In a sense, it basically eliminates the need of the customers having to reach out to the customer support team to basically ask some additional or several questions, right? Now, another example that I'm going to be using for this is called what is this called again? Good Wipes. And generally it's a brand that sells wipes, if you want a description on them, right? So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start over, right? And in this case, I'm going to replace our example brand with Good Wipes, and as you can see, describe the whatever. In this case, I kind of like going none because there's no specific information I'm looking to scrape, right? So in this case, obviously tonality friendly, number of questions 10, and let's see what kind of questions it's actually gonna generate for us. And there we have it. It's currently generating those FAQs for us, right? As you can see, what makes Good Wipes flushable wipes different from regular wipes, and that is the fact that Good Wipes are made from plant-based fibers and are 100% flushable and are safe for, I don't know what the terminology is, and they are also larger and softer and infused with, you kind of get the additional things of it, right? So for sensitive skin, can I really flush Good Wipes down the toilet? What scents are actually available for the products? Are Good Wipes environment friendly? What types of wipe does Good Wipe offer? And you kind of get the gist of it all. Like, you literally build this with nothing but a single line of description on a tool it is you want to build, right? And that is generally how it actually is, right? So in this case, I'm going to build one more example, and after that I'm going to show you how you can actually embed this within your website, similarly to how I have personally embedded within my website. As you can see, website FAQ generator, and you as a customer, or shall I say my own customers, typically use it for it. And as you can see, free tools that they can typically use, right? FAQ generator, feedback poll generator, right? So yeah, in this case, let's actually go back to Wrapify, and I'm gonna paste that in. As you can see, a description on what it is we are looking to build. Again, I want you to build me a simple homepage roster where the users has to paste the website URL link, and you basically roast their headline, subject line, as well as the CTA offer. Generate. As you can see, it's basically simple and straight to the point. You paste in your website URL link and click on roast my website, and as you can see, this is basically how the information is going to be presented to the user, or in your case the client or customer, whatever section of it all it is that they actually fall under. Like, typically this is what I actually love, simple to the point. So I'm going to click on next. For this one, I'm going to use Good Wipes as an example, right? So let me head over back to Good Wipes over here, copy the website URL link, boom, 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 paste, roast my website, and it's currently generating us the roast. right? And as you can see, this is the headline review. But deserves better, bold and playful, but it could use a strong connection to product benefits, right? As you can see, blah blah blah, and then it actually gave them the score out of 10, which is 6. And this is the basically sub headline: would you wash your hands without water, refresh your blah blah blah. And to basically show you that it's actually taking the proper information, as you can see, this is the headline: bots deserve better, and this is the subject line of it all, right over here. So in this case, I'm gonna head over back to what is this, Wrapify, and as you can see, the CTA shop flushable wipes. And if you go back to what is this, good wipes, as you can see, the CTA is also shoppable wipes, right? And at this point, you can see that this AI model is actually kind of crazy, right? And finally, we have the suggestions improvement, right? As you can see, bots deserve better, blah 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 blah, and then it actually highlights the alternative headlines over here, fresh starts here. Right, so now that we actually have the results and you know how crazy good these AI models are, let me show you how you can actually embed these on your website, similarly to how I actually embedded mine onto my website right over here, right? And that's by simply just going to publish, copying in your HTML code right over here onto whatever hosting platform it is you prefer, and boom, you literally have it right over there. Like, it's generally that simple, right? Okay, so one more thing I want to highlight is the fact that if you were to actually go to settings, and let's say in this case you're actually offering this AI to your paid clients, then you want to make sure that these haven't been enabled. Like, this should not be enabled, nor this, because you want to remove the friction for your already paying client to basically use this AI models, right? And let's say you're basically trying to now basically use this AI model as a form of a lead magnet for your paid services, right, or paid tool. Then that's where you want to enable the ability to collect emails. And if you were to actually go back to the AI builder, you'd be able to basically click on insert a blog, and over here you'll be able to basically collect that specific individual's email address, right? And let's say you want to check all the data in terms of the people who have already used this AI tool for yourself, then you want to head over to the submission tab right over there. And as you can see, you'll be able to basically view everything, every project people have already used. In this case, I'm going to click on open preview, and you will see that it's the actual thing that we generated. And there we have it. Bot deserves better, bold and playful, but it could actually use a strong connection and headline suggestions and some other stuff like that. Now if you're interested in giving Wrapify a try for yourself, or make sure to leave a link in the description down below for you to actually give it a try. But until then, be sure